Hey, okay, I'm going to play this guy right here first, and this will not happen because, suffer now, play if no Islamist rule, and play if no Islamist rule and no good countries have cells or plots. You know what? I can't use this card right now because it will go off. I might have to use it for plots. Hang on.
And what are our good countries? Up in Europe?
Yeah, and that's a good country, and it has a cell. I mean, it has a cell in it. So play if no Islamist rule, there are no Islamist rule, and no good countries have cells or plots. So you are going to get that event as of right now. I'm going to play I'm going to play this one because I really don't want you to have this one as a first plot, and that is play if Pakistan good or fair, and Pakistan is fair. It would shift it to ally, and you would select India's posture. So I don't like this one. So this is the way I get rid of one of your cards. I play it as a first plot. The card goes to the first plot box, and I will plot in Afghanistan 3 times because there's 3 ops there. So basically what I need to do in Afghanistan is I need to roll 3 dice, and for every 1 or 2 I get to place a successful plot. And none of them are successful. So nothing happens. My guys were already active. Normally, if they weren't active, I would have to make 3 of them go active. So that was... Okay, for my... I will play... let's go ahead and play... man, this is tough. I'm going to play Axis of Evil. But I'm going to play it for the 3 ops, and I'm going to recruit 3 cells. And those 3 cells will go into Afghanistan. And that is a free recruitment for me because I can recruit into regime change countries for free. Notice on the little chit it says regime change. Right on the bottom half it says auto recruit. So that's my 2 cards. Now it's 2 cards for you.
And that event does not happen. Or if I had those cards, I could...
It doesn't happen because it was my card. It was a green card, and I either do the ops or I do the event, and I chose the ops.
Okay, first card.
U.S. discards a random card, -1 prestige. Place a cell in a Shiite mixed country. So, would you like to do your ops first? or would you like me to do the event first?
Event.
Okay, so what you need to do now is you'll see the random discard draw pile. Open up that window, drop all your cards into that window, take one out and put it up on the board so I can see it, and that'll be the one that gets discarded. And then place them all back into your hand. Flip it over so I can see it. Oh, darn, that was a good one for me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and discard that. And now, you discarded -1 prestige. I'm going to drop you down to 6. That kind of hurts you a little bit, because now you don't get your +1 for War of Ideas. And place a cell in a Shiite mixed country. Shiite mixed countries are green, dark green. I'm going to take a cell and place it in Pakistan.
Okay, looking for
Next thing to
recommendations.
you can't do anything in Afghanistan except disrupt, which is not bad. I mean, you could do a 3 disrupt, and what would happen is all 3 of my active cells would go back up to the funding track, and you would get a +1 to your prestige because you did it. You had 2 or more troops there. You could also worry about. Let me take them back up there. Hold on. Why are some of these guys flipped? Yeah, that's correct right there. If you want to do that, let me know. Or other things you could do is you've got to start worrying about Pakistan a little bit. If I get 3 more troops cells in there, I could try to get it to Islamist rule and get all their nukes. So you could do War of Ideas there.
So if I disrupt those guys, and I've got
If you disrupt
8 right now, you've got 4.
you would take the 3 active cells off. You take 3 of those active cells and we place them back on the funding track, and your prestige would go up 1. Okay, that's 1 card. Countries, and there's only 3 poor Islamist rules, so I'm going to switch these 2 markers around. And I don't have that victory. Well, I will have it until the end of the turn.
Okay, I know something bad's about to happen with this card, but I'm going to play it anyways.
Don't you hate when that happens? Okay, test Lebanon. Shift Syria to adversary and worsen its governance by 1. But it's not that bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. What we're going to do is we're going to test Lebanon. So, do you want me to do the, that first, the event?
Yes, please. I already clicked on test.
Okay, so I got to test it, see what it goes, either poor or fair. And it goes fair. Why wouldn't it? So now you have 2, 4, 5 fair countries. So I tested it, and now I have to worsen its governance 1 level. So now it goes down to poor.
Is there anything less than poor?
Yes, Islamist rule, but it cannot shift to Islamist rule. So no matter what, that card is going to come up poor. It can't be fair. Because even if it's at fair, you worsen its governance by 1. That's just a way of making sure that it has to come up 4. And now it's removed from the game. And you have 2 ops.
Okay. Any suggestions? War of ideas?
What would you like to spend your 2 ops on?
War of ideas on Iraq.
Okay, you can't. You cannot do a thing in Iraq because it's an adversary.
Okay.
You could do a war of ideas in, I'll go over this again for you. You could do war of ideas in neutral or allied Muslim countries. If it's a regime change, you must have 5 more troops than there are cells. So you could do a war of ideas in the Gulf states. You could do one in Pakistan. You could do one in Lebanon. You could do one in Saudi Arabia. With a 2-op card, though, you could only do it in, remember, you played a 2-op card. You could only do it in fair or good countries. Because if you wanted to try to do it in Iraq, you would have needed a 3-op card to do it there, because it's a 3. It's at 4-3. So basically, right now, you could do a war of ideas in 2 places: Gulf states or Pakistan.
I think Pakistan's the best option.
Or you could also do it in India. Try to change India from soft to hard.
We'll try
You know
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Hold on, we screwed up one other place. We didn't test United Kingdom when that cell went there. So let me test that real quick. And it went soft.
How did you test that? I don't see a menu option for that.
Now the world has gone. So that might change your mind.
When I right-click on it, I don't see anything.
Menu options. And what you do is you right-click on the little posture button. Because it's already been right-click on the little posture box.
Got it.
Yeah, there you go. So now what's is the world government, the GWAT is now soft, and it's at -1. So now you have a -1 to your war of ideas. So these are your choices if you want to do a war of ideas with your 2 ops. You could do it in the United Kingdom, trying to get it to go to hard. You could do it in India to try to get it to hard. Or you can go in Pakistan or Gulf states to try to shift them to ally.
Let's do the UK.
Okay, so the way this works is, all you have to do is just roll the posture. And if you roll a 1 through 4, it stays the same. A 5 or a 6, it goes hard. There's no modifiers for that one, so it stays soft.